Welcome to the Very Simple Podcast. Finally, got my homegirl, Kristina Bailo on.
Hello.
And my other homegirl, Jourdan Jade.
Jourdan Jade.
An actual music artist in the show. I think you're my brother's a musician, so you'd be the second.
Nice.
Not many musicians. Never had an act. Well, I have comedians who also act, but never just a pure actor. Yeah. I find them to be fucking insufferable.
Yeah. Can confirm.
They're so weird.
They're just
weirdos.
Well, when you have to morph into so many different people, that's gotta have an
Well, that's
effect.
the thing.
Yeah.
I've said it 1,000 times, man. It seems like they can act like anybody, but natural. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm too busy pretending to be other people.
I have no autonomy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been in town for a week now.
Yeah.
Doing some music stuff. Have you performed before?
I've done one show so far. That will change soon. Actually, it's kind of embarrassing.
How's that?
I got booked to play like an acoustic set at a winery.
Okay.
Just like me and my guitar in the corner chilling, and the girl that worked at that winery quit in like the time between when I was gonna be playing, and so somebody else had taken over the event coordinating.
You just showed up. They didn't know what the fuck you doing here.
No, they did. We were in constant communication. They're like, okay, you're still booked for this day, blah blah blah. And it was also my birthday, so I had a lot of friends coming to the show, and I was really excited. And I get there, and there's a whole stage set up. They like sold tickets. There was like food trucks.
Oh wow.
I was not prepared. I thought I was gonna be like, doing some
doing like the fucking smelly cat and
yes.
Friends.
I'm like, no one will know I'm here. This is perfect. My friends can come and drink free wine. And they were like, where's your equipment? And I was like,
Equipment?
What?
It's an acoustic guitar, man.
It's just me. Yeah.
No chords.
Where's the DJ?
Right. So they're like, you don't have any sound equipment or anything? Like, where's your crew? I'm like, it's me and my boyfriend. I don't know. Like, he drove me here, but this just
My Uber
us.
driver is out back.
Right. So then, anyway, they were like, well, I still had to go on. Like, they sold tickets to this show, but only the front row could hear me.
Oh shit.
Because it's outside.
Oh.
And they set up this huge stage outside. Yeah, so the people that were in the audience were so sweet. It's a winery, so it wasn't like I had people that were set. They were entertained otherwise, but they got closer to the stage.
Oh, nice.
So it was like ended up being kind of like an intimate set, but I was mortified.
Oh, really?
I was so embarrassed because at first like no one could hear me, and I could hear them saying that they couldn't hear me. And so I was just like, oh my God, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I can't project my voice anymore. It's like an open field. But it ended up working out, and everybody was really nice about it, but that scarred me, and that was really scary.
I don't know how musicians get started. How do you get started?
Such a part of performing though. Like
Yeah.
you have to improvise. There will always be not always, but a technical difficulty or something crazy.
Or some shit happens.
Something always happens.
You can't be like, oh, what do I do? You just gotta keep
Show
going.
must go on.
I've had the mic cut out. I've had the music cut out. I've had everything.
How do you get
And
started?
you just start.
in music
I just
like
start freestyling.
Because, like, I mean, obviously for comedy, I just rock up to the stage and talk on a microphone. Like, there's no, like, and there's 1,000 open mics. But how does it work for musicians? Like, is the same thing? Just
I mean,
like,
I'm sure it's a
musical open
different.
mics?
I'm sure it's a different journey for everyone. For me, I've been in the cannabis industry forever, and I've been a cannabis entrepreneur. So I kind of had like a following already in the cannabis industry. So there was cannabis like music festival
and they do
events.
a ton of live events,
Yeah, so I was just like, hey, can I start performing? And I just started offering to perform for free.
Okay.
I was like, I just
Oh, yeah.
come
I
perform.
still perform for
Obviously,
free.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna pay thanks.
That's how it is.
So I just started hitting people up and was like, hey, can I come perform? I mean, I had one song out and I was already doing festivals.
Oh, wow.
So I love
That's
performing and just being on stage and having a mic. So I just started asking everybody, hitting them up. And then after, like a year of free performances everywhere, and I had dancers come through and they saw that we put on a show and people like it and it's good and it's on point. And then I started asking for compensation and things like that. So you just kind of build up from there. But people always ask me, how do you get booked? How do you get these gigs? How do you get these shows? And I'm like, well, are you hitting people up and doing free ones and offering your services for free and putting in that food? You're not? Then don't expect to be booked. Right. Why would you expect to be compensated when you don't do free show and you haven't proven yourself as a performer yet?
Yeah.
Like, how's that make sense?
Yeah, it's like fucking internship.
Right, literally.
The fuck?
Everyone wants to get a free employee or free entertainment.
Like, was your first stand-up night? You're like, hey, this is my feed. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I made any money for a year. My first year in comedy, I didn't make any money.
I feel like that's pretty standard, but from an event planning standpoint, like when I have bands that want to perform for free and they're good too, I'm just like, yes. And I get so excited.
But on the other hand, it's wild. Like I see artists all the time who I don't even see performing ever, and they'll put their rates up.
Like on Instagram?
Your rates. Yeah, it'll be like $1,000 for a verse, like feature special. It's like, you don't even have a feature out.
Yeah, it's like turning a trick and no one wants to fuck you.
Yeah, that's like a Gen Z thing.
Like, bro, who's booking you? Like, you just have this up just to see. Maybe someone will check.
Maybe someone will bite, but I feel like that's a generational thing too.
You think so? You think young kids want that shit?
I think so. I feel like, just in my experience with like hiring. I've tried to hire a few employees, and every time the person is under 30, every single time, they are like entitled about what their value is and how much they're being stressed out to work. And I'm like, you haven't even started this job yet. And like, you think that you have.
I mean, in some ways, I'm like, I'm envious of it, and I'm like, good for them. They know their worth, but it's like you're not. It's hard to get somewhere if you don't prove that you belong there. You know, like no one put Michael Jordan on the fucking All-Star team before he played one single pickup game. You know, you gotta show that you can do it. Yeah. You know, to a certain degree. But you know, I mean, like, yeah, it's how I got jobs. I got internships in like fucking high school, and college, and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Unpaid internships are a regular thing. I've done so many things and now people would be like, unpaid. Right? Why would you do that?
Like,
dude, I had a buddy out here who fucking hired and like it's fucking Hollywood, and just having an assistant is a thing. I'm like, what's your what? You think you have a business? No, like my personal assistant. Fuck you mean a personal assistant? Like, you gotta get my dry cleaning. I'm like, those are called errands, asshole. Get off the fucking couch.
Those are called errands.
Yeah. I had a buddy who got banned from LinkedIn because he kept running through fucking interns.
Damn.
Yeah, he would put like posts on LinkedIn for like, I need an intern for, an assistant in Hollywood, and they would just have him do shit like that. Like, hey man, my snake needs new bedding. Can you go down to a fucking pet shop? Like, he got completely banned from LinkedIn. I've never heard anyone get banned from LinkedIn.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's hilarious. Banned. Well,
you guys have LinkedIn? You guys don't seem professional like that. I had one. I haven't updated it in a decade.
Same.
Yeah.
I have one.
It's like my Facebook page. It's just out there in the ether.
Exactly. It exists somewhere.
I have a very corporate background. I used to do pharmaceutical sales. I worked at Apple in Silicon Valley, so I have kind of an extensive LinkedIn, but now I do music and cannabis. So what the fuck I need a LinkedIn for?
Cannabis,
how long you doing
actually.
Cannabis? When music, for that matter, was the same time, man?
Since like high school. No, I mean, music's always
I've been smoking weed since I was 13. How long have you been
Literally,
smoking?
I mean, and working in trap dispensaries in high school and college. College, I was moving packs, doing all that type of stuff. So when it got legalized, started doing sales on salary for brands as like a legal job. So that was kind of crazy. So yeah, I've seen the whole transition from like, this is so
like
legal.
A bootlegger, yeah,
to,
like the bootleggers in the fucking
trendy
20s.
And cute.
Yes.
You ever get arrested for that shit?
Luckily not for cannabis. No. I mean,
not for cannabis. For heroin though.
Different
I did a long stretch for heroin.
or some real dope though. No?
Oh no.
That must be the most. I almost did time for that. Weed.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what a joke.
Yeah, I haven't got arrested for weed, but
DUI is more serious than carrying weed around.
Oh my god, especially yours. Your story is crazy.
Oh, such bullshit. Yeah.
That was nuts.
I had one time, me and my sister were. This was like in college, high school. We're tacking out the cars, smoking, and it's at nighttime, so it's dark. We're just smoking, and someone like knocks on the window, and we roll the window down. Smoke's just billowing out, and it's a cop on each side.
Oh no!
And they're like, "What you ladies doing?" We're like,
nothing.
I know.
Just chilling.
And they're like, all right,
just
like
hang
obviously
up
smoking,
my
like
weed air freshener. Like,
But my sister was like, hey, you were my D.A.R.E officer.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Yeah, we're like, yeah, you suck, bro.
He knew in that moment he failed.
You guys don't seem old enough to remember D.A.R.E. How long?
Oh my gosh!
Bless
your
heart. How long
heart.
was that out, Mike? How long was the D.A.R.E. program out?
Okay, don't
all of the
don't call us
90s.
out.
I mean, it was like I felt like it was a Reagan era thing, but they kept it going for a while.
They kept it going in the 90s, yeah.
83 to 2009.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
2009. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Yeah,
I remember
everyone up on D.A.R.E. still.
Just teenagers, right?
Yeah.
2009, I was fucking on Wall Street. Old man. No, but I remember there was one time that like the D.A.R.E. officer came in, and I don't know why I remember this because I just thought it was so fucking bizarre. There was like a little auditorium, and they're like, giving us the whole fucking bullshit spiel, and he had like a briefcase, and he opened it up, and it had like behind like a plexiglass, like a thing of what the drugs look like. And I'm like, this guy walking around with a suitcase full of drugs to show kids what they look like? Also, why are you showing me this?
Yeah.
So I know, so that's what heroin looks like. Good. So I know when I want to get it, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You're just basically showing kids how to get drugs.
Yeah.
Go up to a strange man with a briefcase and ask if he has any, pills lying around.
Do you have any drugs?
out of pocket. There's pretty much, this is how to be a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they like take your fingerprints because they show you how to. I remember that being super
Oh
weird.
my god, they didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Oh yeah,
No, you're just in the system now.
Yeah, yeah. So like the one of the weeks in D.A.R.E, I remember this. It was like 5th grade, and the officer came in. He's like, "We're gonna do this fun project today. We're gonna get a little dirty, and you're just gonna put your fingerprints in here, and I'm gonna show you how to do it." So like we dusted off our own prints and did it ourselves.
Sounds like
And
he
now
wants arts and
someone-
crafts and children. A little
Yes,
And
it
now someone
was-
else has your identity.
Yes. So there's that.
I see what he did there.
Yeah.
I hate
Super.
those fucking things, man. Like I was flying back from New York for the holidays, and they like take your picture now at the airport. Like even if you don't want to, like to go through security, they have to like, put your pick your face up. I'm like, for what?
For
Like,
what?
oh, we're taking your image for
Oh
what?
my god.
You have fucking cameras everywhere. You need another one? Like
Yes.
I'm like, wait, let me see. Let me see
it.
it.
Can we do
read
it again?
Oh my God.
Let's do it again. I wasn't smiling.
women are so bad.
Wait, I hate
about
that
with the
one.
pictures. I just laugh. Whatever the fuck it is. Like, oh.
That's how I am now, but then I end up getting like my Costco card back, and I'm like, God damn it.
Costco.
Like, why did I run an errand looking like this today? I didn't know it was going to be a photo shoot.
The Costco card. They have your fucking picture on the Costco card.
Yes.
Why?
Non-transferable.
What the fuck do
Man.
all these corporations need my goddamn photo for?
Don't know. There was somebody.
Go on Facebook. Everybody's on the fucking thing.
You can't
Dude, there was
finesse
somebody-
the Costco come up like
No, there was somebody that was stealing from Costco, and they were using like old cards, because when you go in and you just show them your card, and you're like, hey, member, walking through. So somebody was doing that.
That's the level of security for this bullshit.
And then they were getting up to the line, because you have to show your ID and the card at the line when you check out. And they get up to the checkout line and just run out with their carts. And so my
It's
husband...
gotta be LA.
Yeah, no, this is actually Michigan. Danny, my husband, was at Costco. It was Christmas time, and he's like, I just saw the craziest thing. He's like, this guy legitimately just tried to lift an entire... it was like, he had like one item in there. He had like a bunch of shoes or something. Like 40 different pairs of...
from the big bin, the Velcro shoes?
Something like
no
that.
laces and shit?
Yeah, just like something he was obviously going to resell. And yeah, he got away with it. He got out the store, so...
Wow. I've never been to a Costco.
came up.
You've never been to
Never
Costco?
How
I
have you
grew up in
never
New York
been to
City.
Costco?
There's no fucking Costco's in the
That's
city.
true.
No Costco's, no Walmart's, no Kmart's. I mean, I've been to those. I've been to Florida. They're fucking everywhere down there.
Yes.
But yeah, so and I don't have a membership. What does a membership go for Costco?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a Costco.
I don't pay those bills.
I recently went to Costco after like 15 years of not being in a Costco, and I was like, oh shit.
I mean, is it really that worth
I
it?
need to
I
be
love
a member
it.
of this club.
Oh, I
didn't
love
know.
Costco.
Yeah, what do
Yes.
people love about it? I mean, it's just a big grocery store. What the fuck?
It's like got
Everything's
good
on discount.
products. It's
yeah, if you got
a
a
lot
garage
of
to store
value.
it all in.
Yeah,
I have a
if you have a
farm.
family.
Yeah,
I have a farm and a family.
I have many acres to store my
Yes.
Costco shit.
I could hoard it for
If
years.
you have a family, if you're single and lonely,
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah,
a Costco.
that's what I
you don't need to be in that club.
Even though I haven't been to
It's not the club
Costco,
for
even though I haven't
you.
been
You go to
Costco.
different clubs.
You go to different clubs.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been to a Costco, I know Trader Joe's is just Costco for some
Oh,
people.
Trader
They
Joe-
sell
yeah.
things in singles.
Yeah,
you know, like here's one turkey sandwich. You know, like
Yeah.
here's one slice of fucking cheese. Like,
But the value isn't there.
You can
though.
almost tell where you're at in life based off the grocery store you go to. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
go into Whole Foods.
oh yeah,
If you go to Erewhon, you're
Erewhon.
killing it in life.
I
That
can't
place is
stand
so
it.
you
fucking
have,
overrated.
You have first world
Oh my
problems.
God, it's so
I think
good.
Whole Foods is better. Everyone is so
I
overrated.
shop at
It's
grocery
so
outlet.
overrated.
So you already
is
know
that?
you're exactly.
The fuck is that?
Exactly. So you already know where I'm at in life.
Yeah, it's where restaurants shop in bulk. She got a side of beef there.
Oh my God.
Where's
I got
I live up in the Bay, so I'm in Vallejo,
Okay.
so they might not have those in around LA.
Oh, I thought you lived down here.
No, I'm just
She's always here.
Oh, okay.
Here.
What the fuck are you doing?
Remember? Well,
I've never seen you anywhere but LA.
I own a house up north, but I'm
Okay.
literally
well, because when
taking-
we were here, when we met you,
Yeah.
when the first time we did our show, we went back to Jordan's place, and like, I thought she lived there too.
no one
the first time
knows
you
that I
met?
live up in the San
Yeah.
Francisco
Oh,
Bay
shit.
Area.
I
That
thought
was
you
the
guys have known
first-
each other for a while.
No, and now I'm realizing we all met on the same day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
How fun is that?
Nice. You still doing it?
Is this our anniversary?
Yeah, it is an anniversary. No, that's in the summer. It's August 18th. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
But
wow, she pulled that out quick.
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo. Don't test me on dates. I
What
got
does that
this.
mean, Virgo?
I remember stupid
Don't
details.
say that
Yeah,
shit about
like-
any. You
yeah.
can say anything.
Unless you're
It's a blanket
calendar.
I'm
excuse.
this zodiac.
It's a
sign,
blanket
so that's
excuse.
fine.
Oh,
I
totally.
make fun of people
Yeah.
for doing this, and I also do it.
I do it all the time. Women
yeah.
ask me, oh, well, yeah, what's your sign? I go, oh, yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. And they'll give me the fucking 10 minutes on the shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally lying. I'm a Taurus.
I was going to say, you are
Like,
not
I
a
can solely say that
Sagittarius.
for you.
Yeah.
No, I was like, you're a Taurus. Don't fucking lie to me.
Oh, yeah.
I know you.
I told you my birthday once. And then fucking...
Forever. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
the
I don't like
autism
that
She's the
or...
one stealing identities. Fuck this.
I don't
Shit,
feel
I'm
like
not
when
that
people
organized.
assume they know you and just they can psychoanalyze you in like 2 minutes because they know your
yeah.
zodiac sign. I'm like, you
Also,
don't
there's
know
more
me.
to it than that. Your sun sign is just one part of it.
Oh, wait. So,
I'm not getting into the extras.
no, let's
Like
talk about
one
this.
zodiac sign was enough. Now we got 3 zodiacs each.
Yeah, so,
like,
so tell me how this works. Wait a minute. Because I thought it was like,
They make
wherever
up
the
new
moon
shit
was,
every
that's
year.
your, but it's the sun.
It's your sun
I didn't
sign.
know that. Okay.
So you have a sun, your big 3, what they call them, your sun, your moon, and your rising. That's like your personality.
Okay.
Okay.
Rising.
Not the big 3.
Yes, the big. We got to explain it. He doesn't
Who made
know.
this up and convinced
Ancient
you
Greeks.
to believe it.
Really?
This has been around for
I think
thousands.
Jesus
of
did
years.
it.
I think
I'm
someone-
gonna blame Jesus on this one.
It was a long
I think a
before
bitch on
Jesus.
Instagram made
But
it up. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was just a random Insta girly.
There are
was
cave
Women have always
carvings.
loved this stuff.
There are cave carvings. It's in the stars. It's so much more. It's
Which
I
star?
don't really care. It's all of them. All of the stars.
I would think, your environment, your genes, your parenting, that would have a bigger impact than
No.
where the sun was when you were born. Call me a fucking asshole, but I would think that.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
think
you'd be
things
wrong.
closer to you have a bigger impact on you.
Unless
No,
you're like
so-
a meteorologist or an astrologist, like how do you have that much
Unless you're in a
accuracy?
spaceship heading to the sun, I don't
So-
think it
Like
matters.
that could have been any star. Like how you know that was.
Well, you're not looking up
No.
there with your naked eye like, oh, yes, I see what constellations are in play right now for my spot. So everything's mapped. Everything, we have a pretty good idea.
Who made the map?
The original
Everything is
stargazers.
linked together. Yeah.
Like I'm feeling
I mean,
there's like
I'm
a
trashing this
Galileo,
stuff.
I believe his
I'm-
name was Galileo, was the first astronomer. Copernicus, yes. So, but anyway, they named all of these after the zodiac signs, and they did the whole chart, and that's what all of this is based on. But your sun sign is supposed to be like what you resonate the most with. Your moon sign is what you're truly like need and what you're supposed to be like nurturing yourself with. And your rising
Your
sign,
rise is who you want to fuck.
no, that's your Mars. So your rising sign is like the face
Mary
you put
kill
on.
fuck.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill by sun, moon, and stars.
That's exactly right. But no, it's just fun. I used to make fun of astrology, and I still do, but I'm actively like learning more about it, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I got the CoStar app because some people at my old job. Like,
Oh, CoStar's bullshit.
Yeah, but it's all bullshit. That's the thing. Like, I'm over here trashing
There's some
astrology.
people who live. By,
I know,
That is
but I'm here
true,
trashing
yeah.
astrology, and there's 2 billion Muslims in the world that are ready to fly a fucking a plane into a building.
Yeah.
How's it? I don't think it's any more ridiculous than anything else.
There are some ridiculous things out there, and it's like I think that a lot of just mental aspects of life are easier if
Yeah.
you put yourself in that position, and you're like, oh no,
categorize it and
Yeah.
Well,
simplify it.
everybody
Yeah.
needs a scapegoat, But,
yeah.
but it's just one of those things. Like if you focus on this, then you'll be distracted from ruminating on your problems, or maybe you'll try and find a solution. So I don't blame people for it. But I was talking to my therapist about that. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe in shit. Like, what do I do? Like I think everyone's full of shit.
Everything's questionable. Everything's a little sus. These days.
Exactly. I'm
Everything's sus.
extremely cynical, so I don't believe anything anyone tells me. I think everyone's up their own ass. They're all fucking wrapped up in their own bullshit. Nobody cares.
You sound smart.
You guys
Oh
both
yeah, the
sound
more I
like
learn, the less
Tauruses.
happy I am. Make no mistake about it. Dumb people are fucking extremely happy.
Yeah,
I've never met a
listen,
dumb, sad person in my life.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that. I think that I don't remember
no
who said it
awareness.
now. Yeah, but there's a saying that's like the secret to happiness is a bad memory and a short attention span.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you're just like a fucking golden retriever out
yeah,
there. It's like, oh fuck,
just
what's
like
going
oh,
on?
You
let's-
just
butterfly,
have to
you
be in the
know?
moment because that's all you can do.
Yeah, you
You
can't
mentally
think.
can't be anywhere else.
I'm just here.
No capability of like reflecting or like
No,
planning.
yes,
No analysis
Yeah,
skills.
speaking of weird thoughts, I read this the other day, and I don't even know if this is fucking possible. So apparently, some people can think without words. They just like think in images.
Isn't that what all thinking is?
No.
Like,
No, I
inside
have
job?
I'm talking to myself all fucking day in my head.
I feel
It's
like
all words.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
all words in my head. With some people, when they think, something like 10% of people don't use words in their head. They just have thoughts. I'm like, how the fuck do you, like, without words, how do you describe anything? How is it a thought without language to process the thought?
that's interesting.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a water bottle. If I didn't know it was a water bottle, it's just a fucking thing. Like, how do I describe that? You're like,
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, language is definitely important, and I think that I've heard that too. That some people think it, but I've heard that about autistic people.
Oh,
that's
well,
how.
Yeah, I have a theory that those people are super evolved, man.
Yeah.
Like people with learning disabilities or Down syndrome, they have no fucking ego.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
They want to give you a hug, they'll give you a hug. If they're hungry, they go get something to eat. If they're tired, they go to sleep.
Right.
If they're angry, they'll throw something.
Yeah.
They don't worry about, the fucking TikTok and Instagram or who's liking their shit.
Yeah.
They're not trying to impress anybody. They literally live a stress-free life.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how fucking bad it is out here for the rest of us.
Yeah.
They just wake up and like, oh shit, let's go watch fucking Dora
do
the
this.
Explorer. Like, it's just, they're just killing it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they, in some ways, it's like a superpower.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm jealous of them.
No,
People
there's
care for them.
Yeah,
they're
they
really
can-
sweet. I've never met a person with learning disabilities that isn't super nice.
That's true.
But wait, have you guys seen? I feel like this is a trend now because I've seen so many adult women and like models, like Instagram regular looking women, all of a sudden are like, you know what? I'm autistic.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
it
on
is
the
a trend.
spectrum.
Everyone's
It's
on
a-
the spectrum.
Like,
Yeah.
how are you all of a sudden, as a 30-year-old woman, all of a
Just
sudden
now.
you're diagnosed with autism? You
Right.
self-diagnosed.
You
It's fucking
self-diagnosed.
stupid.
Like,
It's
yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
That's-
Don't give
Again,
yourself
we're
the
just making-
excuse. Yes.
Just putting titles on these.
Just
Just
making
like
it-
people who are like, oh, I have OCD. No, you're just
No, you
fucking
don't.
annoying.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
annoying.
You're just annoying.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have OCD.
Right.
OCD people, they can't. Ask Howie Mandel what it's like. He can't leave his fucking house. He's worth $200 million.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad.
Right.
That's real OCD. Like, he's worried about, like, getting
Right.
the bubonic plague and shit.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I like to set up my apartment this way. I have OCD. No, you just like, neat.
No, it doesn't need to
You
be
just
that
neat, you know,
extreme.
like,
Right.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, I feel like that's when things are trending like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this. It's like a blanket excuse.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, like we were just talking about, like, oh, that's the reason that I was a dick to that guy the other day because
Yeah.
of the autism.
Yeah, that's why I forgot my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
Autism.
why does everything have to be labeled these days?
I don't
There's
know.
like
Yeah.
a term for literally everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
bro,
There's 1,000 terms I hate.
Yeah.
Gaslighting. That fucking term.
Well,
It's
when
so
people use
misused.
gaslighting,
We
they're
might
gaslighting
have needed
themselves.
that one
Thinking they know what the
like
fuck it
20
means.
years prior, so people like husbands weren't like.
You mean manipulative? You're just manipulative.
Abusive as
That's not
fuck.
gaslighting. It's like, does anyone even know the reference? I think it's to a movie, right, Mike? It's like fucking, like, people use the term gaslight as if they know what it means and they're gaslighting themselves. You know, like,
Yes, it is from a movie, I believe.
I've never seen the fucking movie.
What movie is
not
it
good.
from?
I do feel like narcissistic abuse is real, and there's real like abusive relationships
Yes.
going on.
Oh,
no,
definitely.
But it is
TRV
also
too.
overused.
Yeah, but that's another term
That's another narcissist.
The word abused is abused.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
You know?
subjective,
He's
just like
a-
trauma.
He was verbally and emotionally abusive. It's like, you guys didn't get along. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be dating. You know, like,
Yeah.
abuse is
Yeah.
violence in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
somebody
Yes.
hit you.
It's kind of the same as trauma. It's super.
Oh yeah. Trauma.
Oh, everyone's traumas are
Super
so not
subjective.
traumatic.
Trauma.
Trauma could be like, yeah, I saw someone be murdered in front of me, and then someone else will be like, oh, like something
Yeah, the
basic
trauma
didn't
from my
happen.
childhood because I didn't get what I wanted at all times.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
My
You know?
goldfish
Abuse is
died.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
wide spectrum of what that could
Yeah.
be depending on who you
Just
are.
like
and what that
trans.
means
I
to
don't,
you.
not all the people with their dicks cut off out there. Get serious, trans people.
Serious. Please
All
be
right,
real.
the term
Oh, yeah,
gaslighting comes from the 1938 play
38?
called Gaslight. In the
Okay.
play, a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's losing her mind by dimming the gaslight in their home. The term is used to describe a type of psychological abuse where someone tries to make another person question their reality.
Yes. See, that makes sense.
That's every
It's
relationship I've
some
ever been
evil
in.
shit.
Yeah.
It's just relationships. That's how it works.
Y'all just being soft. Y'all not getting
Everyone's
abused.
trying to get over on everybody else. You know, like,
We're just trying
aren't we
to
all
get
like
control.
don't we all want what we want
Yes.
first and then what they want?
We're gonna have so much fun on my terms. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why a good relationship is when you guys both want the same thing,
Yeah.
but more importantly, A great relationship is when you both hate the same things.
Yes.
Nothing brings people together like hating on the shit that they
Yes.
agreeing to hate on the same shit.
Yes.
You know, like you could have a different hobby than me, but you know, if we both don't like taking the bus somewhere, if we both don't like going to this place for the movies or whatever, if we both don't like this type of food, I can rock with you.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, we've all been in a relationship where you go, you're out and about on a date or whatever. And you just start like making up a backstory for some other people you see on a date.
Yeah.
Trashing them together.
Yes.
Trashing the other couple together is the fucking
These complete
most fun.
strangers. Yes.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Fake scenarios. It's
I
the best.
bet you can be real imaginative.
Oh, yeah. I think we've done this
You
before.
know, backstory.
I
I'm
swear
sure.
we've
I
done
do it all
this
the time.
before. Yes.
I mean, that's part of comedy. Just embellishing what I think I saw. You know.
I'm pretty sure we've had beers together at the bar just talking about people sitting next to us.
Look at this fucking asshole. Look at this asshole.
Be
I don't even know the guy's an asshole.
Yes, he's
joyful
an
together.
asshole.
You may stay together, but being bitchy together.
Oh yeah.
Locked in.
Key to harmony.
I stayed with a girl one time because we love to like sit down and hate on the same TV shows for hours on end. Swear to God. We've been watching like fucking Love Island UK hating on everybody together.
This shit sucks.
Roasting is a love language.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Oh, I can't be around somebody that doesn't like a light roast.
Yeah.
You know, my first husband
like
did
a
not.
roast.
Yeah, he
I like
did
that
not
shit
like
roasted
it.
hard.
Microwave.
Well, I was like not aware that I was even doing this. Like, I'm Italian. My dad's New Yorker. You know, like you get a light roast just walking by. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So like,
Yes.
if you're intimately involved with someone, you're gonna get teased. Like that's just love language. And so I'm doing this in like a really loving way, thinking, you know,
She's
and
barbecuing
I was like,
charcoal.
That's why you're just like your father.
Right.
What the fuck?
that's why nobody loves you.
Yeah.
But then we'd get home and like I'm thinking everything's fine because we're out in public and I'm like, haha, jab jab, everyone's laughing. Then we get in the car and he's like, that was really mean. And I'm like, which part?
He pulled the old switcheroo because it's usually the woman's like, hey, I don't like when you joke like that with your friends when I'm around.
Yeah.
But the other way around, he's like,
That was really mean.
you get in the car, hey, can you not be mean to me anymore?
Yes,
It's like-
I'm like, oh shit, dude, you're too soft.
oh my God.
I have to rethink this.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. Like guys have that kind of relationship, but I think in a good male-female relationship, it's like that. Like the closer you are to another guy, the harder you can hit him with jokes. Like, you know, fuck with him. Back east we call it breaking his balls. You know, fucking busting my balls about
You're
this shit.
busting my balls about this shit.
So if you don't know a guy, like as a man, if I don't know another man, and I make fun of his mom or his wife or some shit, what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
You know,
That was fighting words.
Right.
You know, I was on a fucking FaceTime with a buddy of mine the other day. I'm like, hey, what's your fucking cunt wife? And he laughed. You know, she was walking by and I said it on purpose for her to hear.
Yeah. See, that's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
Endearment.
So you guys met that same day? How'd you guys meet?
Yes.
Uh-oh. OnlyFans content. Yeah, all right.
God, no,
collaboration.
Never. No, that's
No,
something
I have
neither
real
of us-
skills.
Yeah, that's something that we roast on together. No, I don't have any hate in my heart for girls that
No, I
do
don't
choose
either.
to do that. But
I
personally,
also don't celebrate them though, so it's like it's a job.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
no one's picking me up saying, "Oh, you're doing comedy. What a strong, powerful man."
Right.
No, it's just my fucking choice. Like,
right?
you know, you're not a strong, powerful woman because you pull your tits out on the internet. Like,
Right. I
It's a
think
job. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a
Like
job.
whatever the fuck.
Right. You're doing your thing. That's
Yeah,
cool.
fucking. We all gotta work.
But no, we did. We had a mutual friend, Shelly.
Yeah.
And so Rochelle and I were doing a podcast at Hayes, and then we knew that she was going to be in town, or we were all in town at the same time, and we wanted to meet up.
Oh, so you know Shelly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so then we ended up staying the night with her because we just didn't want to stay where we were going to stay.
Oh
Do
shit!
you remember this?
It's coming back. I was fucking
Were you there?
hammered.
I had that flat in downtown
Yeah,
LA.
I was in downtown-
That
yeah,
nice ass flat.
Because we went down. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing down here? And then and it turns out,
In the
I won't
steak
mention the guy's
dinner.
name. I'm like, no wonder you don't want to fucking,
Yes.
no wonder you went down here
You
instead of
won't
fucking
say
up there with him in the valley.
Yes, well, because we got there and we were like, I'll leave names and places
Yeah.
out of things, but we were
Call
promised.
him out.
I don't.
He's
I
not
don't
listening.
want-
Fuck
he's
him.
not listening.
Yeah.
But we were like gonna
us the
stay
government.
there, and we were promised that it was just gonna be us at this house, and that it
He
was
gaslit you.
yeah gaslighting.
Damn it.
So then we get
Narcissist.
there, and he's like, yeah, so like these other guys are staying there too, and we're like, What? That's
So
super
the
weird
deal
to
is
like.
we all have to have an orgy.
Oh
if you want
yeah,
to stay.
that's how we met. They finessed me.
Yes.
Staying at my spot. They're like,
we totally did.
Can we just
please
come in real quick and change?
Well,
And then they came like, oh, and then you came with all your bags, and I was like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, you were rolling out this all fucking
Why'd you
day.
bring your
dude.
luggage?
We did the podcast, went to a bar, went to another bar, went to
We
your
had
house with her
all
fucking
of our-
bag
I was
the
literally
whole
like-
fucking day.
Why did you guys bring your luggage here?
Oh my
Y'all
God,
were
it was
y'all
so
were just
sketchy.
stopping by.
Yeah, she's like Charlie
And
Brown
then-
with a little stick with a
And then I
with a
got
thing
a
on the end of
side
it.
story. Can we stay here? I was like, I don't know these bitches like that.
and she wasn't gonna let
I
us
was
stay at
literally
first.
like, I don't know.
I was like, I guess we're
She's
gonna get a
harmless.
hotel.
Like
Shelly, though,
back
Shelly's
to what we said. Everything is sus.
Everything is
I
sus.
was like, these bitches might be trying to set me up. I
Fucking
don't know. They know I got packs. They know I got weed.
transient.
Yeah.
But no, we ended up winning her over. Thankfully,
Yeah, they passed
we
it.
well,
They didn't rob me.
You
so we
came
remained
through.
friends.
You came through with the tickets to the show, though. We went to your show,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then we got like treated like queens, and front row seats, and they gave
what
us
was
all the
that?
booze we
What
could
the fuck
handle.
was that?
It was like that.
Is that being
that
treated
cool
like a queen?
spot.
That's just the norm, I thought.
That's just how life is for me.
that was just my
I
lifestyle.
don't know. As a beautiful woman,
Yes.
everything's free. Money? What is
How
that?
do you normally get treated?
I found if you keep your expectations low, then when when things are really good, you get to be extra happy.
This is the life advice you get from people in Michigan.
Yeah. That's why I like hanging out with lesbians.
Keep your standards
gay dudes.
low.
just don't
And
hope
you don't
too
get
much.
disappointed as often.
Just don't
Yeah.
don't get your hopes up.
That is true.
Because you expect the disappointment.
Expectation is the mother of fucking disappointment.
just don't expect it to fail or don't expect it to be bad. Think nothing.
Just expect to lose at all
Yeah,
times.
I go the opposite. I expected to go horribly wrong. So it's like, oh, it didn't pan out.
It blow up in flames. Amazing.
I read that too somewhere. Apparently, something like 85% of the things you worry about never come to pass.
Yeah.
And those that do usually aren't as bad as you thought.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So-
definitely. It's
I
always
think it's
the
the
things
opposite. I
you
feel like
don't see coming.
80%, 85% does happen. Because I'm like, this is happening right now. I'm
Well,
worried about it.
I mean,
I
that's a little
do call
self-inflicted
things.
gunshot wound. I've done that before.
I do call things out. I'll be like, I'll see a problem happen before it happens, and I'm like, oh, I see that happening. And I'll like say something, and other people will not receive my warning, and then it happens, and I'm like, I fucking told
Oh,
you.
you're the favorite. You like I told you so moment.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to say it, but was I wrong?
I'd probably say I told you so mostly to me. It's like that.
You
know
fucking
that.
knew better than that.
You can't have nice things, Randy. What the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck are you thinking? You're gonna fucking ruin it.
You're gonna fucking ruin it.
You'll invariably ruin it, you fucking moron.
Fucking knew this was gonna happen. See, no expectations.
So how's the weed business? You guys, you grew, right?
Yeah,
We both grow.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I thought you were working like the dispensaries and whatnot. Well, like,
I have
She's-
a brand too.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
mean,
know,
I've
yeah.
worked for like a portfolio of brands and
that's what I'm
every
saying. I knew you were like
sector.
on the retail side of things. I didn't know if you had like a
Yeah.
big farm like she
Get
has
an
in
eighth
fucking
of Jourdan Jade
Michigan.
flowers at a
Jourdan Jade
dispensary near
flowers.
you. Hey.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey.
But yeah, so she's got her brand, and we were in the legal realm for a while, and
Now you see
then
the
that
gray market
became
stuff.
yeah. Actually, we just had our last harvest of our stuff, and then we're renting out our barn right now to like this guy that's going to do a seed operation. So
So what? He like starts little seedlings and sell them.
no, so he's gonna
seed
pop
operation.
he's gonna pop seeds. So he's gonna like Hermie plants, so they're male plants and they'll produce seeds.
Hermie plants, like a hermaphrodite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they call it.
Hermie plants.
Yeah,
Kinky.
yeah.
A little two-way plant. There.
There's just
Yeah, cannabis plants hermaphrodite.
Can you still make money in that
Yeah.
business, man? I feel like fucking it
No.
got saturated.
Not in California.
not in Michigan either. It's all being bought.
Fucking
by
the government
big
gets a hold of
business.
everything and fucks it right
I mean,
up, man.
pounds,
Yes.
years ago,
The
pounds
weed,
were
the
like
weed is
$1,500, now
so
they're like
expensive in
$500.
California.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's insane.
Thank God, no one pays for it because I had friends up north.
Who are you getting weed from?
My
say
Like, if
on
it's
the show?
expensive, it should
No,
be.
I'm saying if you go to dispensaries, because
Oh, yeah, the
there's a 25%
dispensaries-
state tax and a 50% city tax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So an eighth that'll cost you fucking $40 back east is $75 here. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
But he's like, but look at the store. It's like an Apple store. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not
Yeah.
hanging out with you here.
I'm not smoking
hanging
in the
out.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
going.
will say that is probably the one retail place I go to where the people are pleasant.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I don't
Yeah.
like I'm usually not that I'm standoffish, but like when I'm out, going to buy something, I just want to do the interaction, get the fuck out of it.
Because they're
Not
all
fucking
high.
friends. I don't like the small
Right.
talk, all that shit. Yeah, but they're all high, fucking. Hey, what's up, man? You
Half
know?
the weed shops have a Thursday comedy night.
Oh,
Ooh,
wait, the
that's
high pack?
fun.
Yeah, dude, I used to go when I was living in Sherman Oaks. I used to fucking go there all the time. And
That's so fun.
one day I stopped by because I was at that Ralph's. Like, let me pop over and get a couple loose joints. It's like $3 in there. And I saw a little fucking card. I'm like, I gotta reach out. Who the fuck's on it? Who does it?
I think B runs the show, but
B Gutierrez?
Yeah, I think it's so many
that's my
stoners
homegirl.
in there. It's hard to get a good laughing crowd. Everyone's just burned.
Everyone's like, well, I will say this though. When I did the Cannabis Capital show, the Are You Smarter Than a Bud Tender?
That's great.
That was super fun. I was the first guest, so like I had to go on as the cannabis expert.
Okay.
Right, me.
I think we
against
all
the
are.
bud tenders, right?
We smoke.
I did have a weed show for 5 years, so that I talked to a lot of people and I did know my stuff. I won the show.
Is it like questions on weed or is it on anything?
Yeah, it's about weed. But then,
So for anyone listening who doesn't know what a bud tender is, that's literally the fancy term for the sales associate.
yeah, the person selling you the weed.
Entry level sales position.
Yes, it is.
P.S. You're a nerd if you don't know.
Yeah, total fucking loser.
No one watching this show had a question what a bud tender was. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's like a new term though. Like you mean the
Relatively,
people working the counter? Like
Yeah, sometimes
it's
people
such
don't
a
know.
glorified position now too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
worked in dispensaries 10 years ago, and it was like whatever, just like make the sale. Now it's like, oh, I'm a consultant. For
bud tender.
Yeah, they're like,
Answer
oh, what are you in the
questions,
mood for?
like-
It's like, motherfucker, to get high.
I just want to get high. Please don't annoy me with these questions.
We didn't have to know all the terpene profiles, all the.
They give you the whole
chemistry of
backstory,
it.
like it's a 5-star restaurant. Like this was raised on a farm,
literally
hand-picked at pure perfection.
I just walk in there, just fuck my whole shit up, fam. What do you got?
Just fuck me up.
Is it some
Just
good
fucking
or
lay me out,
not?
bro.
Like
I want to leave here happier than when I came in.
I will say, I feel like bud tenders, because potheads are like the interesting weird shit. I feel like they probably have good general trivia.
Yes.
Like you take some bud tenders with trivia night, they fuck that shit up.
No, I had a really good time because we got to hang out before the recording of the show, and I don't know if you've been to Cannabis Capital or have seen it at all, but it's
I've
a cool,
seen it, but I haven't been.
it's a cool space, and like each room is sponsored by a different cannabis brand, and like they hang out, have a little party before and after the shows. So it was nice getting to know all these bud tenders, especially like in SoCal, like the best bud tenders are here, in my opinion. But just because it's such a sought after position.
hold up.
It's just such
where
a
it's actually from.
Weed's from fucking India or something. It's not from.
where it's
From
grown.
Northern California.
It's grown up
707.
Emerald
Triangle.
Yes,
Mendo.
but it's like,
Where's cannabis from originally?
isn't
Does
it
anybody
India?
know? You guys are buds.
Emerald Triangle.
Afghanistan?
Up in Northern California. Mendocino. Humboldt County.
Humans have been
wasn't
smoking
invented
weed
there.
since before they made it to Humboldt County.
Yes.
Before they crossed the
All right,
Bering Land Bridge.
then like India with the.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
nice.
India. I think it's India.
Nepal.
But if you're a Californian, there was no life before California. This is it. So,
Well, it's burning down now, so soak it up while you can.
damn it, that joke's not funny. I had a nightmare
soon,
that we had
bro.
to evacuate last night. I woke up sweating, and I'm like, okay, we're
That's the
still
kind of shit
here.
that'll ruin a buzz.
Yes, sure will.
on.
I was like ashing. I was smoking on the balcony
Oh, so
yesterday.
you started the fire.
Yes, I literally was like, oh my God, I can't just ash like this. I have to get like a bowl of water and.
Oh, don't worry about it. Fucking like 3 weeks ago, every fucking asshole in LA was shooting off fireworks in the middle of fire season.
Oh, yeah.
I saw someone start a
fucking
fire in
dumb.
their backyard
Oh, they do this shit
2
all the
weeks
time.
ago.
Bums do it to stay warm.
2 weeks ago.
I'm
In the
calling them
middle of
bums
all
'cause
this.
Trump is back in the office. Fuck that.
Bums.
I'm not Trump's I don't fuck about politics. I could not be bothered.
Yeah, I don't know. I really just I stay out of the whole political game. I don't want to talk about it.
People get worked up over nothing.
They get so
my
worked
God.
up.
No one's doing anything for you. You know, motherfucker. People are like, oh,
People are like cutting off family members and
Yes.
shit like.
I mean, I know people that were like mortified that he got installed on Monday, and other people like, oh, this is gonna, yeah, whatever the fuck they call it.
Fucking Windows
Rebooted.
97 over there.
Install his old ass back in the room. But then like, oh, yo, Mondays, Trump's back. Everything's gonna be great. Like, bro,
What do you think's
different?
gonna
it's a
happen?
fucking Monday. Nothing's
What's
gonna be
different?
different.
Yeah,
Everything's gonna be
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
the
He's
same.
not handing you $1 billion. Nothing's gonna fucking change in your life. You know
My
what I'm saying?
favorite is all the people that were like, I'm gonna move out of the country now.
Goodbye.
Right.
Like,
Okay. Bye. It's
what,
4
you've never
years.
even-
I
you've
feel like
never
that's
even been
extreme.
out of the country. How
Yeah,
are
exactly.
you? How are you gonna move out of the country now?
Denounce
Like,
your
knock that off.
citizenship
You can't
like that?
afford your
Yeah,
rent
I bet
here.
you
Where are you
get a
gonna
free
move?
ticket on the
Oh, you want
Deportation
yours?
Express.
Well, also, it's really hard to gain citizenships in other countries unless you have
Oh, well, I was just talking about
lineage
that with my
there.
homegirl Sam last episode. Her husband's from Bolivia, and he came up here when he was like 15 or something, whatever. And, like, made his own way and speaks fluent English and everything. I'm like, I couldn't imagine any American doing that in reverse.
No.
There must be about maybe 5,000 Americans that actually move out and become a citizen somewhere else and learn their language and just seamlessly fit into the culture.
It's really, well, a lot, like seriously, other countries have really strict immigration laws too. For the most
but it's
part.
also just hard.
It's hard.
Americans don't like doing anything hard.
Yeah. If it's easy, we're comfortable, it's going to be what we choose. And that's...
I'm going to fucking move to Canada and so you have to learn a new language and it's just like here.
Right. Do you want
the same shit.
Diet America? Move to Canada.
You want cold America?
They're in French Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Montreal is nice. It's a cool spot.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I mean, being in Michigan,
close,
we're
right?
right there. It's like...
What's across the border from you?
Windsor.
That's the name of the place? Windsor?
Yeah, Windsor, Canada.
It was like a city? What the fuck do I
Yeah, you said that like we were supposed to know. Like it's
well, I mean,
Toronto or something.
Yeah, people in Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. It's
everybody
it's Toronto,
knows.
Montreal, Ottawa,
in
fucking
Detroit,
Vancouver, that's it.
Right on the
Right
on the Detroit River, on the right on the riverfront, Detroit. Across the riverway is Windsor, so you
that's
can
where all
see
the
it.
fentanyl comes from. Those
And and there's like a big sign like that says Windsor, like kind of like the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
But
I heard that's right. I have heard that casino's a different.
Yeah, and you can drink there when you're 19. So
I did that in college. We went up. They had the fraternity made it to a road trip to Montreal.
Yeah.
From Rhode Island.
Oh, that's
fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean.
Yeah, you boarded Canada, kind of.
Yeah. A little bit. I mean, I didn't fucking leave New York until I went to college, and then I just never looked back. So I've been in a lot of places now, but I was like, as much as I love New York, I just knew I was like, this can't be all of it. Just fucking constantly with this shit. Just getting grinded down every day.
No, I feel like people that don't get out and they're just like in that forever. That's why you have the New Yorkers forever. They're just like, I've never left New York. I'm never leaving.
I feel like that's San Francisco too, though. It's just like
there's
a
some holdovers
struggle.
there. Yeah, I guess it's
bubble of struggle.
Yeah, a bubble.
Yeah, this place is a bunch of transplants for the most part. Like, I've maybe met like fucking 3 people that are originally from.
That are actually from LA. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like real jobs. Like, what do you do? I'm like, a fucking cop or a plumber. I'm like,
Right.
Right. What are you doing? Oh,
it is so weird to meet people from LA.
I drive for Uber, but I'm really being an actor. Like, shut up.
Shut up.
Cut it off.
Yeah, I feel like that's more. I feel like the actor thing is more of a New York thing now because now everybody in LA is an influencer.
Yes.
And
an even more untalented person.
Right. Less skills.
I don't even want to act. I don't even want to pretend to be somebody else. I don't want to do shit.
I just want
to hand me money on the internet. I don't want to leave my house.
Send me free things and pay me to take pictures with them.
I'm just staying in my room at my parents' house.
Something like a third, something like 2/3 of all kids on the age of 18 when they ask them like, what do you want to do as a profession? An influencer. I'm like, that's not a job.
Hi, hell
baby.
no.
Hi, Wrigley.
Dude, I saw somebody fucking crying on the internet the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so cringy in itself that you like set it up to cry.
In your car. Always in their fucking car.
Like, this is so unorganic.
Yeah.
No matter what. Now,
they got a tripod open for them to cry. Like, what the fuck?
Once you start to create your own content, you see the fakeness in everything, and nothing is entertaining or that funny to me. People always show me memes and little videos, and I'm like, this is so staged. Yeah. Like, this isn't fun. This might have been funny before I knew.
Before I knew the magic
angle right there.
Yeah.
Did all that.
Before I knew the secret.
Taking a photo in the fake private jet. It's just a set. They have that shit out here in LA.
Yeah.
They got like a
selfie
set
world.
They take selfies and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck follows those people?
The world.
I want to see somebody rich so I feel bad about my life. Follow. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Yeah, and that's the thing too that is so surprising to me about the whole social media trend and why I got turned off by it, and I don't see myself going back to being interested in that because I'm like, not to be that person, but I think I'm a pretty talented person. I've got a lot of skills.
You certainly got a lot of confidence.
Right.
You might need to humble yourself.
I'm like, who the fuck wants to see me do these dick jokes?
Sit down. But
that's what you can do.
I don't test me. But I was like, it'll be so easy for me to just go on the internet and other people to see what I have to offer. And then it didn't happen, and I was like, the way I wanted it to, and I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
It's
and
not
then
about
I see
talent.
Yes, and then I see these people that are literally famous for no reason, or they're internet famous, and like millions of people follow them. And like, it's the most average looking person I've ever seen in my life.
Fucking hop tour girl.
It's almost like the more stupid you can be, the more viral
it is like the more dumb and like the.
You really gotta be good. You gotta be so okay with cringing at yourself.
Yeah.
Which I can't do. I was like, I'm not going to act like a fucking fool for these people I don't know. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, it's one thing for me to tell my jokes, but I'm going to, like, reaction videos. People have whole YouTube channels reacting to other people doing stuff. It's like, why don't you go do something? And react in real time to your real fucking life.
Right.
Instead of reacting to somebody else's life.
It's so fake, too. Like, I don't, it makes me cringe. I don't want to watch it. Or, like, the ASMR things, like the...
What does that stand for? I know what it is. Like, it's like lick the microphone.
like audio sensory.
Audio sensory.
Why do people get into that shit?
I don't know.
It's like the pimple.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
There we go.
What's the meridian response?
I don't know.
Like meridian lines in your body, like
only one Google per 10 seconds.
Mike,
thank you, Mike.
That's how Mike gets all his facts. He Googles it, and whatever the first headline is the answer.
That's the fact.
Yeah.
That's
Should
our
we just
fact
do the
checker.
rest of this show in ASMR? Just, hey, so what do you think about it?
Yeah, you guys gotta check out his mukbang things. Those things are wild.
Wait, what?
Mukbang. It's just
What is that
fucking
again?
fat chicks eating stuff and rubbing pie in themselves.
Gross.
Yeah, so people get like a sexual rise out of it.
Mukbang?
Can someone sponsor me doing that? Please.
Oh yeah, it's big in Asia.
Takers?
Huge in Asia.
Huge in Asia.
And Florida,
That's
coincidentally.
so weird.
All right, someone send me hella food.
Yeah.
I promise I'll do things with it.
I promise I'll do things with it.
Like put it in my fridge for later.
Wink.
Like,
I'm not gonna
go
waste
smoke
it.
and eat it.
I'm not gonna waste it. I'm not an animal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I feel like the whole thing is so disingenuous and just not it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you know, I use it for my own purposes, but I just like promotions and jokes. I mean, like,
Right.
I'm not gonna be on there like fucking, oh, look at me at this event, or my favorite. When people fucking on the Instagram stories, like at a concert and they're just filming it for you. It's like, if I wanted to go, I'd have bought a ticket.
I would have.
Why the fuck did you buy a ticket to film it for me?
Right, and it
By
can't
the
look
way,
as
they're already
good.
filming the fucking thing. I'm sure you can get like, what
Right,
do you,
you don't need it on your shitty iPhone 12, dude. Like,
yeah, just everyone standing there in the crowd.
And
filming
that's
it.
all of the-
Just filming all the cameras behind them.
yeah, that's like so. Like when we do shows and like we perform and stuff, I wish that I would have. Part of me wishes I was like doing shows in the 80s to know what it would have been like to look out there and see lighters instead of the camera phones and like the blue lights.
Oh, that's
like,
stupid little.
yeah, like I feel like the flame is so much more like just I don't know, like tribal. Like it makes me so much more connected to like the spirit of creating because it's an element rather than a fucking LED light on your.
Dude, they had comedy shows during the pandemic, like drive-in comedy shows.
Oh yeah.
And you know, if people were too scared to get out of their car, they told them to like flick your lights if you're enjoying it.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, that's gonna be my laughter. You just flicking your headlights at me. Get
That's doing nothing for me.
Never doing another one of these again. Never do another
so
one again. Like, this
unfulfilled.
fucking,
No.
yeah, it's not the point.
It's like, I mean, no offense to anybody that does this, but like the snapping thing,
Oh.
I don't understand what, and it throws me off every time somebody does it. And like, I do a lot of yoga stuff, so like it happens more often.
Do you get a snap reaction a lot? Like where
they'll,
are
like,
people
they'll
doing
come
that?
in, they'll like, we'll do like the circle afterwards, and like there'll be like a
Circle?
whole yes.
What is that?
Listen,
It's like scissoring.
oh my god, that would be so much better than what it is. I would enjoy it more. It's like if you do like a all women's yoga class or like a prenatal or postnatal like a mommy and me thing, it's really woman centered. So like afterwards we share our feelings and our thoughts, and
File a lawsuit against Diddy. The whole thing.
I only go to these when I'm very hormonal, either pregnant or recently had a baby, because then I'm like, oh, I'm connecting. Yes, and now
When
like
you're grounding, you're taking
Yes.
your shoes off, walking on the grass, that kind of shit.
But in
Dude,
these-
taking a sound bath.
yes, and
These
so
are such LA activities.
I know. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
and they'll charge you fucking $80 an hour to do that shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a Reiki healer. Man, get the fuck.
Reiki.
You're putting pebbles from your yard on me. Get the fuck out of that shit.
It always weirds me out when people are
This is petrified dog shit.
Reiki.
This ain't a fucking rock.
Right. I have to. I don't know. I haven't experienced Reiki in like real time to know, so I don't want to
Only
talk
in your
too
chakras
much.
have you experienced it.
Right, only in my past lives and in my chakras. But when people say they're Reiki and they can do it from far away, that takes away
What does that
from me.
mean? I don't even know what Reiki
know.
does.
It's
You know
like
what Reiki
healing.
is?
It's like a form of energy manipulation, energy healing. Like people say they can like manipulate energy like through
Yeah.
your hands. I've gotten it done before.
Dionne Warwick
But
got sued for
there's
this
a
psychic
spectrum.
bullshit.
There's a spectrum not just of Reiki, but all healers. I believe there's a spectrum of
Yeah, it's
people
good doctors,
who are
bad doctors. Fucking
completely full of shit, and people who actually have like the innate ability and have that like intuitive sense of healing. Yeah, there are a few people that do have that
like medical healing, like emotional healing, because
I think it's connected. I think that's connected.
I mean, different applications.
I heard one of my friends yesterday, we have coffee, and he was telling me he knew this girl who was a professional. She was a cuddle therapist.
Okay, they're just doing anything now.
Yeah,
you can get a real dope job.
You know what? I'm gonna go do that too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You get paid to cuddle.
It'd be real creepy.
You get paid to cuddle.
Yeah, for people that are like touch deprived and.
That's what hot chicks can do. No one's taking my fucking cuddles.
Right.
Hey, can I come over there and touch you? No. Please
stay
don't.
over there.
Like, is this in the umbrella of like sex work? Like,
I don't know.
Like you're a professional spooner,
right?
I'll tell you what, though.
I love him. Again, anyone.
I'll tell you what, though. I bet more people need a spoon
big
than a good
spoon or a little spoon.
Yeah.
Some people can use, just hey, worry about you doing all right?
Yeah, you doing okay?
A little check on you.
Dude, I've said that a bunch of times that I think prostitution should be legal for that reason. For sure. Like you take for granted how much, like when you're in a relationship, how healing sex is, and then as soon as you're single and you're not
how healing it is with people that love you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So like
I know how healing strangers are. Like
right. So
to each their own.
Even when you're but especially like everybody's different. But if you're not just doing that, it's like sneezing. It's a physical thing that your body needs to do.
Like taking a shit.
Yes.
But you also like don't have to sneeze.
Not all the time, but
I think again, there's a spectrum of needs.
I think it's just as essential as going to the bathroom. Yeah. I feel like that's something that's really overlooked.
Superpower. There's people out there that just are asexual and have no interest in it. You know how much fucking time I'd get back in my life?
Yeah, but I feel like
I mean, think about all.
Did you say they're special? I think they sound traumatized.
I feel sad.
Yeah, but think about it. Like, if you have no interest in sex, right? Like,
I don't think that's healthy.
That like ruined my high school. I mean, like that was all I did from like 13 to fucking now. It's I'm gonna get laid. Yeah. It's like, if I wasn't like worried about trying to hook up with a chick all throughout my younger years as a man, do you think I could have been a fucking astronaut.
Do you think it's lifelong asexuality, or do you think like they were horny and at a certain point they're like
there's some people that are celibate, but there are people who like this I don't know if it's on the what spectrum they're on, right? The fucking rainbow flag or the special ed flag, but they just don't have. It's like not having a sense of consciousness or like morality. Like, like if you're a psychopath, you can't understand empathy for others.
Right.
These people just don't get sexuality. Like, I'm not interested.
I feel like they just haven't had that one like good ass session that like blew their mind where they're like,
the brain chemistry thing, dude.
So I think it's a couple of things. We studied this in psychology in college, and there was because I was super interested in this. I'm like, how can there be like nobody that wants this? And so they did a study, and because there are asexual couples.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so they did this.
So you just want the worst part of the relationship?
Yeah, so they're
the arguments,
no benefits. But they did a study with these couples, and out of all of the asexual couples that they were like, okay, well, let's conduct an experiment and have you guys try having sex. They all continue to have sex.
Oh really?
Yeah. Huh. None of them tried it. And we're like, not for me.
They just haven't had their back blown out. You asexual? No, you just had some weak sex. That's like
you had a bad time before.
You just ain't had dope dick yet. That's all that is. I'm saying.
Or you had sex with people you don't want to, like you're a closet homosexual or
right. Yeah. There's a lot of repression, I think, and shame.
Not anymore.
That comes
not
with
anymore.
it.
It's too much the other way.
Now you get a reward. Like, oh, look at you, you're being different.
I think too much the other way.
When did we need to know everyone's sexuality?
Yeah,
I don't need to know.
Why is that such public information now? Like, I don't. That doesn't pertain to any parts of my life.
Right.
Yes,
so I don't need to know this. Your rights shouldn't be based off that.
Don't kink shame. It's like, how about you keep your
I don't want to know your kinks are.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to know. Who asked you?
Yeah.
Unless we are intimate together, keep that to yourself. I don't need to know.
People get too open with it. That's why I feel like we got to bring shame back.
Yeah,
that's
we do.
There's more shame in the world.
Absolutely.
I feel like
people should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like people are being shamed for being normal now, or for being
It's
like, oh my
neurotypical.
God, you're a cis male. What an asshole! It's like just like you didn't choose to not be a cis male, I didn't choose to be this either.
Right.
Just the cards I was dealt, but like what the fuck?
This is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
shout out to all the regular people out there.
Yeah, fucking normal people doing regular shit.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't in that category.
Yeah, thanks for keeping society together while we go fuck things up for everybody else. While we go act the fool somewhere else.
Thanks for setting the bar so we can
holding it down.
Keeping those roads, paved and shit. Keeping the lights on.
Keeping the lights on.
How many years do you think it would take if I left you in the woods before you could come out with an iPhone?
Oh my God.
I
would not.
10 lifetimes. I couldn't make a fucking needle and thread in the woods. No. Let alone a fucking. I had no clothes. I'd just be naked. What the fuck?
Yeah. I would. No, I would return back to the earth probably.
Yeah, well, you seem like very earthy. Do you like outdoors and shit? I'm sure you go camping and all that.
I live in the woods. I live. People come camping on my property.
Like she would win if you put her on Naked and Afraid.
That's a big spot.
Yeah, but we literally have like an Airbnb, like tiny house on our property. People come in
sheds and shit
and stay. Yeah, well, we just have one right now, but
one right now. What do you have? You got multiple?
We have a bus. We have our bus that we use for like our family vacations, and so that's parked next to the tiny house. And we always have, whenever we have guests, they're like, "Can we rent the bus? Because it's like bigger than the tiny house." Yeah. And I'm like, "No, that's ours. But like maybe we should build more tiny houses."
That's something that took off the tiny house movement.
Yeah,
that's because motherfuckers can't afford a real house.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I love our little tiny house. It's super cute.
I love having no house. I had a nice condo. Man, owning shit is just one more fucking thing you got to deal with every
Being
day.
a homeowner is super overrated.
Oh, my fucking roof.
It's a constant headache.
Yeah,
it's
like,
never-ending
it's a good
project.
investment. It's like, motherfucker, you're always worried about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, my house is going to burn. This week in LA, everyone's like, oh my God, what if the fires come? Like,
I need to go check my house.
I'm going to take my shit and move. I got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was at a friend's house when the fires popped off. My roommate calls, like, hey, man, we don't have to evacuate because of this sunset fire. Is there anything, you want me to grab? I'm like, no, man, I got my laptop, my password's in my bag. Fucking some clothes, leave it shit.
Burn it down.
I have no sentimental value at all for any of that shit.
Yeah. No, I was like that
man, are you going to be in the house? No, I'm getting out. I'm good. Then get the fuck out of the house. I don't want you to burn.
Get out of the house.
Everything else can fucking burn.
Yeah.
I got my friends, my family. I'm full. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, my house burned down when I was 9.
Oh, shit.
And so it's okay. It was a long time ago. You didn't start it, right?
Old school house fires were a thing. They don't seem to be a thing anymore now except for the wildfires.
Well, except for now. But no, it was the day after 4th of July and the
fireworks.
The coal, no, actually, it was our barbecue. Like the ashes from the barbecue just heated up and caught our garage on fire. Yeah. So we lost everything, and our cats died, which was sad.
Oh yeah, losing a pet, not good.
Yeah, and I was 9, so I didn't fully grasp the seriousness of it. But like, we lost everything. We had to rebuild our house and move, and it was uncomfortable, and I didn't really understand what was happening at the time. I was 9, and then, but now as an adult, it's much more traumatizing to me to think of. Like, I have a fire, like a very fire conscious.
You got 10 acres and a ton of shit on it, sounds like.
Yeah, lots of trees, lots of burnable things.
But that's the thing. When you buy a house, you got to fill it up with shit.
It
starts becoming like accumulation time. Like
I wouldn't save anything. Like that's the thing. Like after our house burned down, really the things that we were worried about were the people and the animals. And so my house that I live in now got hit by lightning. I think we talked about that on our first show. He was like, "Oh,
Michigan activities."
I don't know. It was hot.
Yeah, you were really high. Yeah. But so my house got hit by lightning, and when it happened, it smelled like sulfur, and so I was like, "Oh my God, the house is on fire!" And I have that sense of panic, like I get an adrenaline rush whenever I think something's on fire or could potentially be. And so luckily it didn't. It totally fried our electrical, and like we had to replace our boiler. It was a whole thing, but yeah, so when that happened, I was just like, oh my God, I was worried because we have so many animals. And I was like, I can't know where all the animals are.
Fucking Noah's Ark on the way out.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that's...
All this fire trauma, but earlier you said you want to perform with people having their lighters up?
No.
Yes, immersion therapy.
I want to perform with the guys with the tiki torches. No.
I do perform with fire breathers often in my circus stuff. Those are crazy. Like shout out to anyone who can do that.
2025. Doing some shit that they did back in the Roman times. Like,
it's so fun.
Keeping that tradition alive,
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to churn my own butter and blow fire. Like,
yes,
what the fuck,
do it.
You can work harder or you can get a lighter.
Right? You can just got lighters right here, bro. Yeah. I wanna start doing more homesteady things because we live on a farm and people just assume that I do like the sourdough bread stuff and like grow all of our own veggies.
You
and
make bread with your own vaginal yeast?
What? That's the grossest thing you've ever said.
Read that somewhere one time.
Oh my God.
I've been waiting probably 5 years to pull that fucking gem out of the back of my head.
Have you had this said
No,
bread?
no, I haven't, but I would try it.
Oh, of course you would.
Make a new women's own bakery.
I mean,
I just feel like that would give
Guess
me
most
what
guys
the
have eaten
secret
pussy before. Might as well eat the
ingredient
pussy
is?
bread. You know?
Gross. I've heard about.
Did we just come up with a new business concept?
All right, pussy bread and breast
pussy
milk.
bread. Oh my god, people would buy that.
Oh my god, there's a fucking black market for breast milk.
Oh yeah. Oh, I sold my breast milk. I had overproduction.
I'm selling weed and breast milk.
We're opening the Babe Bakery tomorrow.
The Babe Bakery.
Yeah.
No,
only with the finest breast milk.
Yes, I had an overproduction, and I was like getting
What does that mean, overproduction?
So I was like
seeping out.
I was pumping a lot, and I was feeding a lot, and so if I wasn't, I would get like mastitis, which was like an infection if I didn't keep pumping. So like my kid.
That's what happens when I get a boner. Like, I keep pumping until it's fucking really that pressure.
You wouldn't believe how many times my husband tried to use that joke. Like, this is not the same thing. I have a fever right now. He's like, yeah, I know.
Whatever. Touch my wiener.
Touch my wiener. Shut up. Get naked.
Oh shit, we're about an hour, right? All right. So at the end of the show, I like to get to some news stories. I picked the stories, so they're not important. But I want to get some of your guys' reaction. They're always fun. I had one. Oh my god. Let me pull it back up. Talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm kidding.
What's up, girls?
No, my fucking phone's turned out or closed on me.
Just make it up. All news is fake anyway.
Right.
Oh shit. She's going with that.
I
Oh, here. This is perfect because we were talking about this earlier. Couples that do unhealthy activities together, like eating junk food or doing drugs, feel closer than those who choose healthier activities. A study by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that couples are closer after engaging in healthy behaviors. Researchers analyzed three decades worth of D.A.R.E studies and discovered that those that shared problematic behaviors have an increased relationship satisfaction.
that makes sense.
So I think this is called trauma,
Trauma bonding.
bonding.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's one of those other words.
Yeah, I just thought of like Bobby and Whitney. You know?
But
They
well,
fucking-
you
they
said
did it.
drugs. Like I'm
Exactly.
like, what type of unhealthy habits? Because if it's just like we eat shit together,
Right.
Yeah,
all
well,
right,
I
that,
mean,
that
yeah.
might just y'all
I mean-
just in a struggle together.
No, but that also makes
But if
sense,
you're
right?
doing, like,
if you're a fan, you like
psychedelics-
to eat. You
Right.
know,
But if you're doing like psychedelics together, like
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
gonna be deeper, like
Yeah.
connected. On,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
I had a. This is a long time ago, but I had an ecstasy-based relationship.
I think we all have.
Rave.
Yes.
Nah,
Didn't we
I'm
all
not
have
like
that?
a Molly guy.
Oh
No?
I've done it once or twice.
You don't like feeling the best you've ever felt?
No, I mean, mushrooms are my favorite.
Oh, mushrooms.
Mushrooms are my
Yes. Those
Mushrooms
are the best.
are now like natural Molly to me. They used
Yeah.
to be
Oh, yeah, well-
so psychedelic, and now I'm
Yes.
just like, oh, am I on
Well, that's-
ecstasy right now?
Yes.
That's the thing with it, like, because I've tried to ask it once, and I'm like, it feels too metallic. It feels like
Yeah.
you're doing meth.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like something about mushrooms is really warm, and
Yes.
your body just like feels like everything's
good.
breathing. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
Yes.
it's just a.
You're just like,
It's
feel
the
and it
first
also gives you
time.
whatever you don't know what you need, but it gives it to you.
That is
Yeah.
exactly.
I didn't know I needed this.
yeah.
That's so profound what
Yeah.
you just said, because that is how mushrooms work.
Literally.
And it's funny because I have a book about this that's called The Food of the Gods, and it's by Terrence McKenna, super smart guy. He said that his theory, the stoned ape theory. Have you heard this?
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Did I tell you about this? I'm
No,
obsessed.
no. I've heard, this.
I've heard about it.
Is it that they think that humans started to evolve because
Yeah.
apes were eating mushrooms out of
Yeah.
cow shit,
Yeah.
and it was expanding their consciousness?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So yeah, we were like hominid,
Yeah.
creatures, not quite apes, not quite humans yet. And the missing link is the mushrooms. That they're always talking about the missing link. Like
Yeah.
we can't figure out what happened to our brains from here to here. There's something missing. It's
plausible.
That's when
I
the
think
Ice
it's more than
Age
plausible,
happened.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, does any other animal think I can control fire?
Right. Well,
You know how
they
fucking
said.
high you got to be
Well,
to think
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
the consciousness evolution has still got some ways to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what Terrence McKenna said. He said that when the Ice Age happened and we're following around these herds of animals, we weren't hunting them yet. We were
Scavenging,
herbivores.
yeah.
Yeah, we were just eating nuts, berries, seeds, whatever we could find. And so we'd follow these herds of mastodons around or whatever it was, and eat their shit.
Yeah.
And in their shit was growing mushrooms. So that it was then that people started to hunt. The first weapons were formed.
Yeah.
And when you
Language,
start
shit like
eating.
that, like, hey, let's talk about it. Like, what?
Yeah. So then as soon as they started eating the animals and getting the more dense nutrients and being literally stronger
And the
everywhere.
brain grew and all that.
Yeah, that's when it started to, really snowball.
It's interesting. I think it's more plausible than fucking God created the earth in 7 days. That sounds
I
ridiculous.
think yes, it makes
sounds-
so much sense to me.
Also, who knows what a day is to him?
Right.
It's like 7 days. He's immortal, so time scales might be a little off. Like a day in the life of a tree is meaningless because it just flies by. Like,
right, and isn't a day...
Speaking of the creator, mushrooms are entheogenic, so a lot of they elicit a spiritual experience. So a lot of people have said, in studies that taking mushrooms has been the single most significant spiritual experience of their life. There's people who are atheists and agnostic,
above the birth
and then
of their
they
children.
just shroom one time, and now they're like super tapped into spirit or source or whatever they want to call it.
They have lifelong reduction in sense of depression. Something like 2/3 of it, put it in the top 3 things they've ever done.
Yeah.
I used to actually do public speaking on psilocybin therapy for treatment-resistant depression and anxiety. So I'm pretty versed in my psilocybin and psilocin.
I mean, like, there's like a small percentage of people that could have a psychotic break, but that's pretty much any man between the age of 20 and 30 who has a history.
And that's also any substance that you do too much. You can drink too much coffee and have a psychotic break. You know what I mean? Like, so people want to villainize these things, and it's like
there's more
it's
side effects
person.
But they're okay going to the doctor and taking these prescriptions.
Oh yeah, I don't trust a fucking doctor. Come on.
So I used to do public speaking on this too.
Oh my god.
Because I did pharmaceutical sales forever. So I was in the pharma industry and then went to cannabis. So I did public speaking on
you sold a better drug.
I was in the industry. Trust me on this. Like you don't have to do this.
Well, it makes sense. They don't want you not using the product.
Right.
It's like Tinder. They do not want you to find love because what the fuck is that app going to do? If everyone got in there and found their match, Bumble, any one of these apps, they'd be out of business in a year.
Yeah.
They want you to keep cheating on your partner so you get back on that fucking app.
Yeah.
Keep coming back to us, cheat on your partner with this because it's always going to be here on your phone. It's a total thing.
It's a total
thing.
Yeah.
No, but get back to the thing about unhealthy couples. There is something to be said, though, I think, in doing unhealthy things together, there is something to be said, like getting into a little bit of mischief with somebody.
Yeah. It's like your partner.
It's Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. I mean, you see like Training Day, right? He's like, when Denzel's like, you got to have a little dirt on you for anyone to trust you.
Right.
Growing up, like if you and your boy, your girlfriend get into some shit, like it's like, oh fuck, we commit this little minor crime, like you build a bond over that,
snitches get stitches.
Crime forms bond.
So not a trauma bond, a criminal bond.
A criminal bond.
Yeah. You girls into those guys that like the prison jailbirds. Some women love that shit.
Used to be.
No, my
luckily maturing.
What is that?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
You can't see the motherfucker. He's in jail.
My dad, I don't
I
like
was just
that.
like a product of my environment. Like Vallejo was just.
The only guys who were around were in prison.
My dad was in prison for 5
Vallejo,
years.
so
I was not.
I
did not, dude.
That was not your thing.
I literally grew up just going to see my dad twice a year in the state penitentiary. So, not for me. That was not a glamorized thing that I liked. I didn't like that. Jails.
High school, college, all my boyfriends were had guns, sold drugs, felonies, drama, all this shit, and now I'm like, oh, that's
there's something to be said for that. I'm sure there's
do
also the excitement, the bad boy thing. Like, I can see that part of it. There's always something exciting.
There's like a false
like a normal
safety
hard-working
too.
guy is like, nothing spontaneous or nothing. Shit can't pop off with a guy who's got his shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's always, women love drama, and a criminal brings a lot of that fucking shit around.
Yeah, I feel like
the cops show up with that guy.
I feel like girls
usually
love
more
drama.
fun.
Women who are mature don't love drama, and I feel like I had that. Yeah. I had that in me too. Like I like,
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't even know when it happened, but I was just like, I just want somebody nice who's nice to me.
I think it's after you have enough fucked up relationships that you're like, okay, I'll settle for the nice guy now. Like,
I just want
the fun,
also,
exciting people.
You don't know what you don't know, right? Like, oh, that guy seems fun, and then you're like, fuck,
and then you're like,
and then you get into a pattern.
You're a liability,
well, my
sir.
first love was a fucking asshole, so now I got to date 5 more guys like him before I can get over that.
And that's a thing. Yeah.
And I mean, well, from a psychology standpoint too, usually like, go for the opposite sex parents. So girls go for people that like their dads, and boys go for people that like their moms.
Right.
In certain ways.
I feel like because I grew up with my dad and my stepdad, when I was younger and more mature, I did go for guys that were like my biological father, and then I matured.
I dealt with these narcissists. That's why I know what gaslighting is.
Yes. And then
it started with my dad.
Yeah. And then I grew up and I was like,
love.
oh, maybe going for someone more boring would be the move.
Or just somebody different. It's not necessarily
but
boring.
Then the first guy I married was definitely just like safe. And then I was like, oh, this isn't it.
I know. Yeah, she
said, my first husband. You're too young to have multiple husbands.
My current husband is husband number 2. Okay. We'll see how long that lasts. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of.
Watch this like, what the fuck?
He's like,
no, it's probably going well.
Cut that part out.
Spending time apart makes you appreciate being together.
Yes.
If every fucking day she's there, like, come on, get out of my ass. Go outside with your girls, man. Fucking watch the game. Shut up.
Literally, I part of what makes our relationship work is that he lets me do my thing and he does his thing.
Well, also gives you something to talk about when you see each other again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like if you're both doing the same thing all the time together. Like, what the fuck are we going to run out of shit to talk about? Because we're here experiencing it at the same time. Like, you go do your thing. Hey, what happened when you went to this thing? Oh, cool. Tell me the story. Like,
I don't understand girls that bring their guy everywhere. I'm just like, why would you do that?
Yeah. He doesn't even want to be there.
No, he doesn't want to be there.
Dragging out the shit.
Oh,
that was my favorite argument. Girl would be like, let's go to my mom's this weekend. I don't want to go.
No.
Like, oh, yeah, I'll go if you want me to go. No, but I want you to want to go. Well, fuck you. Like, you want me to want something I don't want?
Yeah.
You should be happy I'm doing it for you, even though I hate it.
That's gaslighting.
I should get more points for that. Yeah, she's fucking gaslighting. Yeah, Mixie's gaslighting me. I didn't even know what it was called.
You just didn't have your terms.
Dim in the gas lamp.
Dim in the gas lamp on me. Why don't you want to go to my mom's house? Because it's your fucking mom and I don't like her.
This is just the unwritten rule. You're not supposed to. That's your mama.
Listen to this. This one I found funny. I'm curious if you girls down with this. So apparently shorter men live over 3 years longer than taller men, according to a study. Wow. Men who are 5'4" live longer than up to 7 years longer.
Wow.
So short dudes live longer. That's just 7 years.
Because taller guys are more toxic. So they're doing more toxic.
No, I think there's something to that though. Like you ever see like fucking NBA players? You don't see any 80-year-old former NBA stars.
Yeah.
You know, they fucking. And I think it's. Well, I think like just your joint. It's harder on your joints.
Yeah.
But then your heart too. It's gotta fucking pump
all that
shit, man.
It's like
when
a big machine.
Ball, that 5'4" dude, you're fucking. You just wrap it around your heart.
Right. Damn. It's like a machine. You'd have to replace like the bearings and things and like any well-run machine. And if you've got a giant machine and you're not replacing all the parts in time.
Yeah.
Damn. So short kings are winning.
Yeah. Short kings.
Yeah. Would you guys date short guys? Like, what's the?
I'm
women
so
are
short.
Like, I only date this. Like,
no.
bitch, you don't even know. If I told you right now, show me what you have 6 foot tall. You have no fucking idea.
No,
I'm not
women
super sedity about height.
Fucking tell them.
No,
that's my experience.
Just fucking tell them.
I don't know what they want until I tell them what they want.
That's actually, I feel like there's some truth to that.
Height, it's perfect hugging dimensions.
Yeah. That's true too. I'm really short, so I don't have this problem.
Yeah.
But if a guy is super tall and lanky, he's probably got that thing long.
Yeah, but sometimes when they don't, you're like, ew, what are you doing? Why would you waste my time?
Like, why do you have the body and it doesn't matter?
And I wouldn't be upset about it if you were a normal height.
That's gotta be a real short straw to draw if you're like a 6'7" guy with a little wang.
You're like, oh shit.
Dude, I had a buddy in college. It's not about his dick, but he was like 6'9", but he tall Jewish kid, not athletic at all. He's like, dude, it's the biggest burden. He's like, everyone my height is, plays basketball. I'm just uncoordinated. I can't. So I live in a world where I get none of the accolades for being a basketball star. Beds don't fit. Doors are too short. I can't get to a fucking car. I can't buy pants. I'm up for fucking high waters for days around here. He's like, it's horrible. Like,
it's horrible.
Horrible. But like something like 1 in 3 people who are 7 foot tall have all played in the NBA.
That's insane.
It's really rare.
Right. Yeah, I've seen what that looks like. I've looked at pictures of people that are like 7 feet plus, and I'm just like, it's like hard to wrap my brain around just seeing. Right? Yeah, that's insane to me. Like, I'm 5'1.5". Like,
you put the half
and
on there?
Have to. Yes.
You put the half on there?
On a tall day.
You said a half like you're 8 years old.
Hey, it counts.
Yeah. I'm
and
8 and a half
do you
years
measure yourself with a ruler making
maybe.
Yeah.
I might. Hey, don't judge me. I also walk on my toes because when I grew up, I was a gymnast and ballerina, but also kids would make fun of me for being so short. And so I was made fun of for being short because kids are just dumb. And like now that I'm older, like it's cute to be a petite girl, and I'm glad that I am in the body I'm in. But I was always walking on my toes because I didn't want to be shorter than everyone else, and I still do it. And so Jordan yesterday she was like, "Why do I think you're so much taller?" And then I stand on my toes. She's like, "Oh, this is why."
Well, the ballerina thing sure helps.
Yeah, and hella calf muscles. Oh yeah, but gymnastics in general just
go to Japan. They like that little bound foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
You have
actually.
some gnarly feet. Ballerinas I dated a ballerina one time when I was living in Boston. Bitch like lose her toenails twice a year. Like, cause it was just because her feet were so rotted out. Like,
They're so bad. No, my feet are terrible.
They're standing on a wooden block all fucking day for like 3 hours, man.
Like over on your toe. Like
That's in the ballet slipper. It's just a wooden block with a sock around it. It's crazy.
I didn't know the nails fall off.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, your nails fall off. You lose feeling.
Oh hell
no. It's my feet are so fucked. So like from the jarring of gymnastics and ballet.
Beach, son.
Yes, I don't show anyone my feet, but when I'm on my dance and aerial page, I'm barefoot often.
Is this a niche kink foot?
It is. I had no idea. I get DM'd all the time from guys that are like, "I'll pay you $200 if you send me pictures of your feet." And I'm like,
a fucking guy offered me on my DM.
What?
$100 to send me your feet. Get the fuck out of here.
I was sketched out. I was like,
3,000 and you fucking come
right. Let me think about it. Add another zero. But seriously, I was just like, I thought about it for a minute because I'm like, $200 for a picture of my feet? Like, that's not terrible. But then like, I couldn't even take the pictures because then I was like, this is going to be a thing. And then I'm like, I don't want that traffic on my page and I don't want to like be the foot girl. And like, I don't have cute feet. So like, if you get known as that.
They want that gnarl foot.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that fucking,
they want
that little hoof. Yeah.
Yes, listen, these are my secrets, okay? No one's ever seeing these.
No foot jobs from her.
Take this to the
All
grave.
right, I think this might need to be the world premiere.
Nope.
Show us the toes.
We might get banned on YouTube.
I do have
the toe.
I do have a fresh pedicure, but I'm like,
I'm
trying to.
Do you have retarded
prove it?
toe? Where the second toe is longer than the big toe?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think I do.
You do?
Yeah, it's supposed to mean.
People like that's supposed to be. Like, no, it's not.
I'm like, wait.
It's supposed to go down, 45-degry angle.
No, I was gonna say it's supposed to mean something.
I'm trying to think. I'm like trying to feel right now. I'm like, I don't know. I avoid looking at my feet at all costs. I act like they're not there.
That's surprisingly nice man feet for a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew that about you.
Well, I don't like going to the doctor. I think it's fucking racket and it's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm all about preventative care. I feel like you take care of your hands, your feet, your mouth. What you eat, it'll keep the wolves at bay.
No hand, foot, and mouth disease for you.
All those motherfuckers walk around with their feet all dirty and shit, and
your pores and your feet are huge. That's
Yeah.
why we wear shoes. One of the reasons, not just to protect us from rocks and sharp things, but you don't want to absorb all of the things that are on the ground.
Well, they do have those grounding things where you like walk in the grass.
Yeah, I mean, I just walk outside in the.
Well,
most of my yard is literally
you can't.
It's moss.
Bitch, we live in the city.
You do a lot of frolicking. Yeah,
Dude,
you can walk home
frolic.
out here, but you get fucking the HIV.
Don't do that.
You get fucking clapped
Don't
up.
do that.
Fucked.
Not the hip.
Not the
Shit with
Yeah.
It's extreme.
I mean, prep.
I just
Yeah.
walk outside in my
Well,
backyard
that's what-
and ground in my 20 acres.
Yeah, it's tent, but we have
backyard
moss.
forest.
It's literally like nature's carpet. So I'm very spoiled. I'm a forest fairy as soon as the snow melts.
Fairy?
Yes, but I don't understand when girls when I wear heels, and I'm a heel girl. Like, I don't care what the trend is. That's like a thing now. Girls like, I wear sneakers with dresses. I'm like, you look ridiculous. I will be wearing heels until I die. I love them, but when I see girls out, like especially like after the bar or the clubs or like a wedding, and they're carrying their shoes and they're walking barefoot.
No,
That was every night in college
do
for me,
it.
man. Some dumb broad walking from the bar with her hands, like she was like in the bar. I'm like, yo,
What?
I pissed under the bar, lady. Put your shoes back on.
Put them
can't.
on. Put them on.
Instant ratchet.
No, I've broken a heel before, and still, because all you got to do is walk on your toes. If you break a heel, I was at my
Or you just
bachelorette
put
party.
it flat and have those elf shoes on. Fucking elf too.
Shoot. Well, they used to sell those. They probably still do, but like the things like you could keep them in your bag. They're little ballet slippers that are like disposable.
Oh, like a little emergency joint.
Yeah. So I like.
That's what condoms are for.
Yeah, I was just like, I
foot
saw
condom.
those, and I'm like, what are these really doing? I feel like you're not. Just wear shoes, man. Just wear fucking shoes. Don't be weird.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, lovely. Glad I finally got you. There's
I am
3
so
spots in yours.
happy.
Yeah.
I know. You're like a regular guest on my show.
So much fun. You girls let's talk shit. I'll get into it, man.
I love you.
I'll figure out something. Something to
We
chap
need
in
to
my
do
ass.
the roast of
Yes,
Randy.
the roast of
Okay,
Randy. Randy roast.
Barbecue your
Barbecue me
I
up.
love that. And I love that we're all matching, too. I said this already, but not on the show.
Black's where it is, man.
Yes.
What's that? Yeah. Fuck
Black and
Donald Trump, I
denim,
wear
black and denim. Oh, yes, thank
Where
you
can
so
the people
much.
find you? Where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram at Kristina Bailo.
Yep. She has aerial. So you are talented. You got a lot of shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you have a very it's a very big palette of things.
I do a lot of
I do
stuff.
like 3 things, but I'm good at it. You do like fucking musician, the dance. I saw you like fucking spinning around like, what's that shit with the curtains?
Aerial?
Yeah, aerial. It's aerial arts.
I don't know, she got curtains in her house she flies through. It's crazy.
It's called like aerial arts, but like flying through curtains. Okay. Yeah, so I do a couple different things like apparatuses and aerial, but
one of them's with a Sibian. It's wild.
I love it. I love it. It's so fun. It's literally like flying. But yeah, I can't do basic math, but I can.
Who needs it? We got a calculator on our phone now.
That's exactly
fucking
what I
teachers be like, oh, you gonna walk around all day with a calculator? Yes.
Actually, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I will.
I walk around with the fucking internet in my hands at all times. We're gonna do you, Jourdan.
Check out your girl Jourdan Jade. Check out my music on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, everywhere. I'm performing all over. You might see her dancing with me.
Hey.
It's Jourdan Jade, and I spell it JOURDANJADE.
Yes.
Is that your actual spelling of the name?
It's my government
I
name.
like
Yeah,
that.
first and middle. Yeah.
It's a little interesting.
And my cannabis brand, Jourdan Jade Flowers, in
I
dispensaries.
gotta try some.
It's only in Northern California right now, but come down to LA. So yeah, I got you.
It'll be here, and we're recording a song later.
Yeah.
My first time recording a song. I'm gonna be on the hook, and we have a super exciting feature that we can't wait to announce as well.
Nice.
So
I appreciate
new music on the
way.
And you, thanks for coming. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming.
I know. It's so good to see you.
All right, guys, that's it for this one. Obviously, you can follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Randy Simplo. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.